Coming up on This Week in Geek, where you talk about all sorts of the week's geeky news, of course, which includes Ed Helms' vacation, who's coming back, Chevy Chase, of course. There's a Godzilla sequel. Who's writing it? We'll talk about it. Matt Damon coming back as Jason Bourne. Exciting news. Guardians of the Galaxy gets an anime version, kind of. And some video game news, some TV news, much more. Why don't you join us in the geekiness that is This Week in Geek. Hello and welcome to This Week in Geek for the week of September 22nd, 2014. I'm your host, Erik Lucas, joined today by my always here host, Jhovani Estrada, also broadcast manager of Cycron.com and the Cycron Media Channel. You're always here. You just sleep behind the green screen.
Yeah, I never leave.
There's a little bed back there for you.
Yeah.
And sitting in today for Raychul, she's got the day off. We have in residential geek aficionado and Harry Potter fanatic, Celsa Maldonado. Thanks for joining us today, Celsa. All right, so if you don't know the format of the show, this is what we do. We run down the week's news and we kind of give our little comments about it. We invite you to hit us up on Twitter as we're doing this if you want, or even after the show, and talk about it with us and throw some suggestions. And this show will be up probably about immediately after. We usually, I think this is a new thing. We're going to put up just the unedited format right after, and then we're going to chop it up a little bit and put some of our best moments on YouTube. So,
cool.
All right. And starting this week, it'll be available for audio podcast for all you lazy people that like to listen while you're going to work or something. All right. So let's start out at the top. We got some casting news in the movie realm. Ed Helms is doing vacation. We talked about that,
Yes,
I think, a
last
couple weeks
episode,
ago.
yeah.
We were off last week, by the way, programming note. We're back this week. And surprise, Chevy Chase is back. Did you call that?
No, but it was bound to happen. I mean, what else is he doing?
He was doing Community.
Yeah, he was doing Community, and then they fired him.
Yeah.
And then so
that was kind of sad.
Yeah, he was a really good character too.
Also starring in this, Christina Applegate, Chris Hemsworth, Charlie Day. So seems like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I hope so. It's got a great cast.
It does have a great cast.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be strange. Did anybody read ahead and see what he's actually? I mean, he's obviously Clark Griswold, but like, how's he in relationship to this other family?
I'm not sure.
Oh, and Beverly D'Angelo coming back too as his wife. That's nice. Continuity.
Oh man, it says shooting has begun already.
Shooting has begun.
Yeah.
So probably next summer it'll be out.
Yeah. That's cool. That's exciting. Not that anyone wanted it, but you know.
Nobody was asking for it. I think Ed Helms was bored, and he called up all these other bored actors.
Tired
and said,
of
let's
the
go do something.
Hangover.
Yeah, well, or The Office, or what else does he do
got
nowadays?
canceled.
That's it, right? Can't go back to The Daily Show.
Yeah.
All right, any of you guys Power Ranger fans back in the day?
Yes.
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 Okay, well, Robert Orci has dropped out as executive producer of the new Power Rangers movie that's being developed by Lionsgate. Not because anything's wrong, but because Star Trek 3 is coming up, and he needs to devote his time to that. So, any thoughts?
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan. I mean, Robert Orci's all right.
Orci, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Orci.
What has he done?
Orci.
Give us some.
Yeah, he's done. He did a lot of X-Men movies. Give me 1 second.
X-Men movies?
Yeah, he did. He produced a lot of them.
Oh, he produced all those?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he did Amazing Spider-Man. He did some of the Star ones. I think he produced Fringe too. And
I didn't like Fringe.
Yeah. So it's not a big loss.
I'm the only one.
It's not a big loss, so I'm okay.
All right. Staying in the superhero realm, Bryan Singer is officially directing X-Men, as if we didn't know that was going to happen before.
Super
They
excited
made
about
tons
that.
of money, so.
Yeah. I think, was it a couple weeks ago, there was that like rumor that he's like, oh, I'm not officially directing. And I commented like, yeah, it's because they haven't written you a check yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. So I think it's going to be amazing. You both saw it, right? They were at last
Days of
X-Men.
Future Past?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
They stayed
great.
till the end.
Yeah.
I saw the little
The
stinger.
Apocalypse.
And the Four Horsemen.
Apocalypse, yeah, and the Four Horsemen. Who are the Four Horsemen? I don't think I've been seeing a reference to that.
At one point, I think one of them's like Wolverine. There's like different.
What?
Mutants. Yeah, there's different mutants that are like the Apocalypse.
Well, obviously not in that scene though. Then.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
that. No, I don't think so. But
They're like villains.
Yeah, I think what happens is like it's sort of like Back to the Future where they did something, so they changed the past, and that when they go back to the future, it changes stuff from the past. So I think that's kind of what's
So with
happening.
the Days of Future passing, they changed.
Yeah,
stuff
they
and now-
changed some stuff around. I think that's what's happening.
Is this gonna be Hugh Jackman's last movie as Wolverine? It is, right?
Could be.
They're
think
not
so.
bringing back Halle Berry in any of them, right?
No, hell.
Because they're too.
No, well, I don't know. I mean, they're not dead now, technically.
Yeah.
None of
But they're supposed to be
spoiler,
younger.
none of the movies you've seen before this have happened at this point. Just
Yeah.
so you know.
That's how they erased all.
That's how they did it.
reminiscence of them. Yeah.
Goodbye, horrible X-Men 3. Never have to think of you
Hey.
again.
Last Stand.
Wasn't that bad.
You like The Last
I
Stand?
liked
Oh
Yeah.
no.
It's not my favorite, but I liked it.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right.
All right. Disney is remaking Pete's Dragon, so
That's
for a
cool.
new generation of stoners can get high and have fun. So they've cast. They have.
There's a big dragon.
They have Pete.
Is
What?
it going to be
They-
animated and live as well, or?
They might go CG route. I think.
It says they're. It's. I don't know. They're
Like-
classic live action man hybrid film.
Yeah.
Pete's Dragon.
It's cool because like there's a big dragon.
Oaks
happening right
Fegley will play Pete.
Who's that?
And Una Lawrence. Two people with O's for first names, I just point out. That's strange. Oaks and Una. Dynamic duo.
now. Yeah.
All right. So, yay for Pete's Dragon. All right, moving on. Suicide Squad. Movie. Excited? It's going to be it may be directed by David Ayer.
Suicide Squad.
You ever heard of Suicide Squad?
No, I've
Mainly
not.
Harley Quinn is the biggest character in that.
Oh, okay.
There's
That's
also characters
exciting.
that fade in and out, but it's mainly Deadshot and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like they want to.
He did End of Watch. If you ever saw that?
Never seen that movie.
I never saw it either, to be honest. I didn't want to see it.
It seems like they're trying to do what
Trying to do
Sinister Six is to Marvel.
You mean Sony?
Or to Sony.
Forget Marvel.
actually,
I don't
yeah.
think they want it.
Or to Sony at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of got excited on Arrow. I think we talked about this last season when they teased Harley Quinn in the show, and it was Ceci, our girl Ceci, her favorite actress Tara Strong
She
voiced her for that
Oh.
for that like 3-second
Oh,
cameo.
wow. Interesting.
So yeah, they're going into like the place where they hold all the the villains and everything, and Wallace is assembling the Suicide Squad at that
Right.
point for Arrow to go across and to Europe and get these bad guys or whatever they're doing. I don't remember the exact plot line. And so she pulls like Deadshot and these other two people, the guy
Right.
with the claw, and then they pass by the cell and he's like, "What about that guy?" Or "What about her?" And she says something like, "Yeah, I don't know. I think it was like, you don't want me pudding or something like that. I'm
That's
crazy or
funny.
something like that." But it was Tara
Pretty good.
Strong, and they just showed the back of her head, kind
Nice.
of thing. I wish they
That's
would have
cool.
brought her on. She could do a Harley Quinn, a live action Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she can. And she's probably got the voice.
She has the voice. She
Yeah.
definitely has the voice. Yeah. So maybe she'll get a shot at this movie. Who knows? We'll see. She has the looks too. Yes. Okay. Grumpy Cat, the movie,
Nah.
happening,
I don't know
coming
how
to
I
a
feel
screen
about
near
that.
you, and being voiced by Parks and Rec star Aubrey Plaza.
And
Only the only good part about that. Like
I
I'll
like
be able to
Aubrey
picture
Plaza.
her face when she's talking.
So we have a picture we're showing, I think, right now of Aubrey Plaza. If you don't know who she is, who are you? And a girl holding Grumpy Cat.
I think I'll watch it.
But that's not a screenshot from the movie, right?
It's a teaser art. It is a
So
Christmas
they're doing
movie.
live action.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think
like it's
I
gonna be the
like it.
cat's voice, kind of
Yeah.
in the head. You can hear Aubrey Plaza's voice. Megan Carpentier is gonna be the 12-year-old girl.
I'll
Oh,
pass.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
I'm pretty sure it's a made-for-TV movie.
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh really?
yeah.
Ah.
It's called Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. If you want to know the official title, so you can mark it on your calendar later.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Tom Hiddleston. Skull Island is officially apparently happening, and Tom Hiddleston is going to star in it.
Well, Skull Island was happening when they announced it.
I guess, yeah.
Comic-Con. They showed the teaser.
Oh, did they? I
Yeah.
don't think I was at that panel.
Yeah, they showed the teaser at Comic-Con.
What was the teaser? Well, what was it?
So basically, it's a sort of like a helicopter shot of the ocean, and you're kind of scanning through the ocean and the waves, and this huge thunderstorm happening. and then an island. You see an island.
Right.
And
A familiar island.
Yeah, and everyone, I personally thought it was Jurassic Park, and I was
It
super
was the same
hyped.
studio?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Legendary Pictures. It was Legendary
We'll get to
Pictures.
Jurassic Park later. We have some stuff.
Yeah, and so then they start showing the island, and then all of a sudden it goes further and out, and it has the skull, and then Skull Island comes up.
Was there ever a sequel to King Kong, the original? Because I know that Peter Jackson's remake was based on the original King Kong.
Right. But are you saying...
So is this all new source material? Is this just all new
I
writing?
think they're doing an origin story.
So it's not
Yeah,
based
so
on anything,
no,
right?
it's not based
Oh,
on
origin
that.
story for King Kong?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's before all the events of
Yeah.
King Kong. Okay.
Yes. I think
So
they're
we won't
doing
see
an
Jack Black.
No Jack Black, no movie producers.
Okay.
I think it'll all take place in the jungle.
I think I'm one of the few people that actually like that King Kong.
I
own
liked
that movie.
it.
Peter
I
Jackson's
never-
King
Yeah.
Kong. Oh, dude,
Did you
that
like
was
it?
amazing.
Good.
Yes.
There was
I
a lot
loved
of
it.
there was a lot of retraction. There wasn't a lot of people that liked it. I said it was too like Jurassic Parky or whatever, which is great.
And
in my
that's a
opinion.
bad
I know,
thing?
I know. I loved all the monsters, all the
Yeah.
bugs. That was like that really creepy scene
Yes.
with the bugs eating the guy. I'm like, dude.
That movie's awesome,
Oh,
especially because
good.
Peter Jackson was attached to it. Have you ever been to the Universal Studios?
I've been on the new studio tour with the surround
The
Yes.
3D.
4D experience. Yeah,
That was scary.
Yeah,
It's
I
awesome.
liked
It
it.
was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was an actual ride. I didn't know it was actually part of the studio tour. Like I thought it was its own separate
Oh
ride.
yeah, I thought it was the ride too.
Because that's how they make it seem like in the commercial.
Go see King Kong, the King Kong experience. I think, right?
It sucks because the old one burnt down, but you know.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Is that why they
studio-
rebuilt it?
Yeah, the
Oh, I
studio
didn't know
lot.
that.
the
Yeah,
studio
I
lot,
remember
the-
that fire.
I remember it was on fire, but
Yeah.
that's the thing that burnt down.
That's
Whoa.
part
Oh,
of
so it was its own separate ride.
Yeah.
And then okay.
Oh. No, there was an original King Kong,
The-
the old school one.
Yeah, there was the one where you went into the actual studio and then they took you.
King Kong like came in
Oh.
like
Yeah.
his like face came up with
smelled
his
like
jaws.
crap.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's really bad.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was
Yeah.
like we won't talk about
really
that.
good.
So anyway, that's cool. So Tom Hiddleston's gonna star in it.
It's gonna be great. Tom
Doctor Strange finally has the release date.
With no actor tied to it.
2016. We'll shoot in the UK. More movies are being shot in the UK. That's where Star Wars is filming right now. Yeah. Yeah, with no, I mean, here the list of actors: Jared Leto, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hardy, Edgar Ramirez, Jack Houston, are all rumored to play the guy.
Joaquin
so.
Phoenix.
They totally
Joaquin
missed
Phoenix.
the ball on this one, though. I mean, they had the opportunity to make the announcement at Comic-Con.
I know, but I think things fell through. I think Benedict Cumberbatch was right there. He was, obviously wanted to talk about it, but he couldn't. We were at that one.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really awkward.
Yeah, they totally missed the opportunity.
So who do you think it's gonna be? You think it's between those two, Joaquin Phoenix and Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know who would do a better job. They're both
don't
good
think-
actors. I think, anyway.
Benedict
Not a lot of people
Cumberbatch
like
has that
Benedict
little
Cumberbatch.
I don't know.
I just don't know if
charisma.
he has the time for it.
Yeah, he's doing too much.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the time. To
He's
do
doing
that.
Sherlock.
He's doing Sherlock, and then, yeah.
What else is he doing? He's not doing the next Star Trek.
No. Well, who knows? He could have lived.
Well, I mean, they did. They froze him again.
Mhm.
But,
Ooh, he should come back.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. I would not be opposed to Joaquin Phoenix. When he's on, he's on. He's like that.
Crazy.
He's like that method actor that when he's on, he's probably
see
the best
her?
actor in the world. Huh?
did you see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Of course,
really
that
good.
was really good. That's what I'm saying. When he's
Yeah.
on, he's on. But then he does other weird movies that
He
don't
could
make
do a
any
lot.
sense.
He could do a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, David Fincher. He has a new movie coming out next month that I'm really excited about.
Oh, next
called
month.
Gone Girl. I'm excited about that. But also in the news this week. He sat down and discussed. He's doing a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea remake.
Well, he was.
Oh, he was. Disney's still making it,
Yeah.
but yeah. I wish it would have been him.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would have worked. David Fincher's more of the. What was his biggest set movie, you would say? Like, not like a Gone Girl or a Social Network where it's like kind of just based on people. Did he do anything like that? Like
Yeah, I think
big set pieces, action, anything like that? I feel like there was something earlier in his career that he did.
Well, I mean, Fight Club and Seven.
Yeah, kind of. At least
But
see the
set
maybe Seven.
pieces?
Nothing, right?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
not. He
Maybe
works
that's
a lot
why.
with.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
don't know,
he.
but he has the potential to do it.
Yeah. Maybe he would have. Maybe he was trying to focus too much on. He probably wanted to make it something like an intimate kind of. Let's set all this inside the submarine and
Right.
interact with the characters rather than all the CGI and the Kraken and all
Yeah.
this stuff. Yeah.
You've seen a lot of his films, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're super good.
Oh yeah. He's one of my favorite directors. He's doing the Jobs movie. That's why I can't wait for that to come out. That's probably why he's not doing this too. He still has to do that. So we'll see.
What about Panic Room? Do you think that might fall into that?
Panic Room was an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Panic Room 2 was horrible.
There's a second one.
Yeah. I think it was like straight to DVD. Godzilla 2. Anybody excited about that?
Yeah. I got excited when I saw it at Comic-Con, so.
They showed footage?
Yeah. They showed the monsters that they were using.
Oh, well, I know they talked about it, but they actually had footage of it?
They
haven't even
showed
started
some
directing
scenes.
it yet.
They showed some scenes. It was kind of awesome.
Just some test footage?
It's test. You could say there was secret stuff. It was
It's 2018.
I know.
How
but
could
well, I
well, it's
mean,
Rodan. We know that he's going to be the next one.
right. What they showed was what's his name? The director. I can't remember his name right now. It's
Gareth Edwards.
yeah, Gareth Edwards. He's talking. He's in San Francisco,
Uh-huh.
and he's rebuilding the Golden Gate Bridge, and then Godzilla appears again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's like,
It's
God
kinda
damn, what are you
awesome.
doing?
Yeah. It's kind
I
of
said no.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've hired Max Bornstein to write it for Gareth Edwards. He's also written Skull Island, which we just talked about,
Yeah.
and Jeff Bridges' fantasy thriller Seventh Son. So,
Which I've seen trailers for. It looks
Looks
okay.
good?
It looks okay.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh, yeah, Gareth Edwards is also doing that Star Wars film. Man, there's a lot of stuff coming
Yep.
out. It's going to be a good couple years for us geeks.
Yeah.
James Gunn, he offers details. He offers details on the deleted scene that's going to be on the Blu-ray and DVD for Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you guys want
When does that come
to
out?
talk about it?
More dancing we get.
More dancing?
Yeah.
Celsa's
Dancing
excited.
is great in the film, let me tell you.
There's actually something on here for video game news. I don't think I put it in there, but somebody recreated in Destiny the entire first opening scene of Guardians of the Galaxy where he's dancing through
Nice.
the thing. Yeah, that's great.
That's funny.
Okay, so the photo is they're holding a container of Play-Doh, and he describes it as, end quote, "Here's me and the actor Spencer Wilding, who played the mean guard who jabs Quill in the prison with the electrical staff and gets his comeuppance to escape in the Pina Colada song. He also has a little container of Play-Doh. Why Play-Doh? Because I would keep a pile of little Play-Doh containers on set, and if someone did an especially amazing job that day, whether it was an actor, a grip, a stuntman, or a PA, they get a canister of Play-Doh." He says, "I probably only gave about 40 containers out over the entire shoot on an 85-day schedule with a crew of a couple hundred. That isn't much. I chose Play-Doh because I love the smell of it. Opening a new container and smelling it puts me in a creative, childlike place. And who doesn't love playing with Play-Doh?"
It was fun.
That's kind of a cool little
Seems
background.
like a cool set to be.
And as far as the deleted scene, he says, end quote, "Anyway, Spencer got the Play-Doh for a scene where he danced through the prison listening to Quill's Walkman, specifically Magic by Pilot. We cut the scene for many reasons, but it was awesome and hilarious, and Spence did more than deserve to his rarely given Play-Doh." So it's going to be on the Blu-ray. So that should be a little fun scene to watch. Dancing Mean Guard. It just says Mean Guard. He doesn't even get it.
Guard.
Just Mean Guard. Anybody? Did you guys watch I Know What You Did Last Summer?
A long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
And I watched the second one. I still know what you did last summer.
Did you watch Oculus?
I did watch
So-
Oculus with.
So the newest I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is being rebooted, is being directed by the guy who did Oculus.
No, I'm sorry, Jeff. That movie was terrible. I liked it. It was really.
Our
bad.
producer, you have to understand, is a very big fan of horror films. He just loves horror films.
Yeah,
thought
that
it was
movie was
good.
so bad. Really? It was
I liked it.
terrible. Oh,
But
God.
they're remaking
Really?
it.
I mean, I kind of liked it. You didn't like it?
I did not like it. It got me so confused. I was so confused at the end.
Well, that doesn't mean it's bad.
No, it was pretty bad. I think it was bad. I don't think it was that great. The story wasn't that great. You already knew what was happening. Yeah. Ugh.
Okay. Well, his name's Mike Flanagan, and he's going to do it. So whether you like that or not, that's happening.
Yeah, well, I'm
So-
sure that people are going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, just for the nostalgia
Mhm.
reasons. Just like I went and saw the latest Scream 4 because everybody was in it from Scream 1, even though I knew it was going to suck.
That one was terrible.
Because the original Scream was probably one of my favorite slasher movies of all time.
Scream's awesome.
Yeah. Matt Damon, Paul Greengrass. They're hooking up again for the next Bourne.
That's exciting.
Yep.
I mean, they kind of teased it. We talked about this, right, on one of our shows before.
Yeah.
They kind of teased it in The Last Born that we just saw, how they showed him on the TV, and then, they said they didn't say they're going to meet, but they said if they keep going on their path, they're going to run into each other.
Yeah.
So, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, should be awesome.
You see Jeremy Renner and Matt Damon fight.
Ooh.
Every girl's fantasy.
Yes.
All right. The Fargo writer, he got penned to do the Universal Monster movie that was rumored.
Yes.
Now,
Fargo
this is
is
the Fargo on FX, which Gio loves.
Yes.
I still
super
haven't
good.
seen it. It's on my list. It's too many things.
It's
Too
really
many
good.
shows to watch.
Too many things. But apparently Fargo's getting rave reviews. His name's Noah Hawley, and he's going to be doing one of the monster movies. They haven't said which one, but it could be The Mummy. It could be The Swamp Thing.
It won
Could be
some
the Wolfman.
awards and stuff too.
Did it already?
Yeah, Fargo.
At the
TV
Emmys?
Show? Yeah, at the Emmys.
Oh.
It won awards.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, and they're talking about The Mummy, so I guess it's going to be The Mummy. I liked it. Did you guys like the original reboot of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser?
Yes.
I did too.
I like the second one.
The second one's my favorite.
First and second one, the third one kind of sucked.
Yeah.
The third one was terrible.
Yeah.
They go to the snow and carry their.
Yeah, why did they do that?
I don't know. The
Yeah.
Yetis,
There's
right?
mummies in the snow. I don't know.
Snow mummies. It's so scary. All right. The Merc with the Mouth. His movie is finally happening. Finally.
Dude.
Finally. Gio, do you see my face? Finally happening.
Dude.
Finally.
I think by this time I'm over it. Not that
You're
excited.
over it?
Nah.
I've been waiting for this movie for so long. And
Well,
if Ryan Reynolds is
exactly.
going to do finally the version of Deadpool he wants to do,
Well, I'm
I'm
excited that
down.
Ryan Reynolds is.
I'm down.
is in it.
Did you see the test
know-
footage, Celsa?
What?
No.
That was my next question. Was the test footage done by 20th Century Fox?
It was done when this movie was being developed back when all these rumors were going around in the
X-Men
first place, and it was
Origins.
Ryan Reynolds' voice. They don't
Right,
say it, but
yeah.
that's Ryan Reynolds' voice.
No, well, yeah, I think he talked about it.
What was the other superhero you played? Green Lantern.
Yeah, he played Green Lantern.
no, we
Didn't
don't
even
we don't
bother
talk
watching-
about that. That
Didn't
didn't
even
happen.
bother watching that.
That didn't happen. We don't-
Well, going to the next part of our piece here,
yeah.
this
so
is
that,
why I'm kind of have mixed feelings.
so it's going to happen June 19th, 2015, and
soon.
that was the original. Now it's going to August 7th, 2015.
Mm.
So next year. The second part of the news, it's going to be PG-13. And if you know Deadpool and you read the comics or watch
Rated
any of his
R.
shorts, he's rated R. He cuts off people's heads and impales them and bloodies them
Language.
up. His head gets cut off as we see in this picture. I don't know if Jeff has that one up. No, I'm sorry. It's too PG-13. We're a PG-13 show apparently now.
Oh.
Shit.
It's cool. We'll see what happens. I'd like to see more stuff about it. 'Cause
I think based
it-
on that test footage, if that's the movie they're going to do, I'm excited.
Well, yeah, even though it's a PG-13 rating, it doesn't mean it's bad. I mean,
No,
Dark Knight
as
was
we've seen
PG-13,
before.
Yeah. And
I think fans of Deadpool, like the hardcore Deadpool fans. I mean, you got to remember, Deadpool brought a lot of people who never read comics into that atmosphere because they were that type of personality that loved the gore and violence. And they're like, oh man, this is what comic books are now? This
You're
is
right.
sick. And there's other people like me who loved his snarkiness and that he broke the fourth wall and talked to the audience. you know.
Right.
So he's a very divisive character, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, fanboying out about it. All right, moving on. Speaking of Fox, they're also moving the Maze Runner sequel.
Really
Maze Runner just
excited.
happened. Do we got the numbers on that? Did anybody hear about numbers on what it did over the weekend?
and if you give me talking, and I'll
Okay, I'll talk. So the Maze Runner sequel is happening. They're moving forward with it officially. It's going to be coming out September 18th, 2015. Isn't that next year? Doesn't that mean
Yeah.
shouldn't be already filming at this point? Wow.
I think it was such a great movie. I read the
Oh, here it is.
book.
81.5. It's in the article. My bad.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go.
81.5 million, which is good. I mean, I don't think anyone expected to do that. That's like summer movie numbers.
Yeah,
and
but
it's coming in
I
like
don't
the end
know.
of September.
It's got a certain audience.
Yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't have that hype like Hunger Games.
didn't
or
have the hype,
Twilight. So I think
no.
that was really good.
Although, didn't we see something at Comic-Con about it? Didn't they have a panel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think people.
It's at WonderCon, I think.
No, I thought it was it WonderCon?
I think it was WonderCon.
Oh, we saw The Giver at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, which didn't do very well.
No.
It's called Maze Runner Scorched Trials is the name of the second book. I don't know if that's what they're going to be calling the movie, but that's the name of the second book.
I'll pass.
Celsa
I
just
might
bought it
sign
on
the
her
movie.
iPad. I saw her. Just kidding.
It's really good. The movie was great. It wasn't
Yeah.
a lot of hype. I feel like if it would have been
Some
really
people
hyped
didn't
up,
like it. But that's okay. It's not for everybody.
It was great.
Was
was scary.
So that's happening. And I don't know, just go check it out. I mean, everything we're saying, like, again, guys, don't don't take our word as law. If you're excited about seeing something, go see it. You know, judge it for yourself. Jurassic World, Chris Pratt. Kind of a cool little teaser that was, I think, tweeted out over the weekend. It's a familiar picture. Do we have that picture up, Jeff? Jeff does not have the picture up. Well, go find it.
Describe the
One
picture.
job.
Describe the picture. It's the picture.
Okay,
of
if
the
you've
sign.
seen Jurassic Park, there's a scene with Dennis Nedry,
Yeah.
and he hits this sign, and because it's raining, he can't see, and his glasses are all fogged
Yes.
up. He gets out, and he pulls up, and one way says Doc, and one way says...
Yeah.
you know,
It's a
the other
terrible,
way, and he
terrible
flips
design.
it, and
Terrible.
yeah,
Spins
very
it.
horribly done sign. That guy should be fired. And he can't figure out which way to go, and so he drives into a ditch.
Yep.
Okay, so this sign was revealed over the weekend. It's covered up by a bunch of leaves. It looks weathered.
Very autumny.
So we assume that there's going to be a callback to that island of some
Yep.
sort, which would be really cool.
Yep.
That's all they've given out so far, is that the little tease. This is coming out next year, June 12th, 2015. Next year's gonna be the movie.
So
year
many movies.
It's gonna be
Gonna
the
be
year
broke.
movies.
This was
Yes.
lacking.
All my monies.
I'm gonna get AMC stuff or whatever.
That's a good deal.
I know,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
sponsored by
invest
AMC
in
at
that.
all, but I've done it for the last 2 years, and these guys know. I buy all their tickets on my AMC card, and then I get free popcorn and like drinks for everybody.
Refills.
It's a real and free refills. It's a good deal. Okay, sorry. Shameless plug. Robert Orci again. We should have just labeled all these Robert Orci in the
Yeah.
beginning. He wants William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy to be in the next one. I don't know about Leonard Nimoy. I'm kind of over. He's been in the last two, and I feel like just stop being in the new Star Trek movies. But a call back to William Shatner. Just die, Spock. I'm sorry, you're old. But damn, a William Shatner one because he's old too. He's like in his 80s, right?
Right.
I mean, something with him in it, right? You know.
Well,
for
it was
the next
cool
one.
seeing him. You know that it was.
It was cool seeing
Spock.
Leonard Nimoy in the first Star Trek. They did not need to bring him in at the very end to figure out how to deal with Khan. Okay, I'm
Kinda
sorry.
cheated.
Kind of cheated a little bit.
Yeah, tell me about.
Like I thought you
the
weren't supposed to
future.
talk about anything like that.
Oh, that movie's been out for a year and a half.
No,
No,
I
no,
mean
no.
like Spock. He's not supposed to reveal anything that
Yeah.
can affect their...
Oh, right, but then he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
I'll make an exception. No, you're a Vulcan. You can't do that. That's the whole
Yeah.
point, right? It's what? It's illogical. The needs of the many outweigh the need. Oh, well, maybe that's why he did it.
Yeah.
Ooh, brain. Okay. Anyway, so Robert Orci wants them to have cameos in it. I'd be down for William Shatner because we haven't seen any call out to that. Oh, what if they put Captain Picard in there? Just some sort of. No.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I don't
So
really
what?
know
We're gonna have
about
William
Star
Shatner
Trek.
as what's his name's Alter
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Alter Kirk. All right.
Maybe he won't even play.
Well, not in this timeline. The new Star Trek timeline is not dead.
I mean, from the Alpha universe, where Spock came from, where Spock came from his dad.
He would be dead. So they have to go further back in time,
Yeah.
something like that.
What if he?
I don't
what if
know.
he just
It
shows up as a
hurts.
whole nother character?
It just sounds like cameo.
Yeah, he's just
God.
there.
The space dock janitor.
Yeah.
Jeez. The
Just a whole
space
nother-
janitor. So should he just become the Stan Lee of Star Trek movies? Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon. We finally got our
Beautiful.
first look. The
Beautiful.
hunk of junk.
Right.
I kind of
It's
like,
still alive?
freaked out. Yeah,
Did you see
I
the
freaked
leaked
out.
footage or the leaked footage? The leaked pictures?
Don't I have that under spoilers? I have it under spoilers. We're getting to that. I think
No,
I
you
do,
have,
don't I?
You have Avengers.
Spoiler alert.
Age of
Oh, you're
Ultron.
right. I didn't put it in there. We talked about it last week.
Did we?
Good.
Or the week before. We agreed not to talk about it because there were so many leaks. I just put it under. Remember, I put it under
Yeah,
so
that's
many
right.
Star Wars leaks. What's
Yeah.
happening? And then we just were like,
Yeah, we
okay, we're not
did.
going to talk about it because we don't want to ruin it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
You
see
saw
it.
it.
I did see it.
I've been actively avoiding that post. Thanks.
I did see
But
it.
anyway, this was cool. This is pretty awesome.
It doesn't
Yeah.
really spoil anything, though.
No, it shows the Batmobile underneath.
No, this one here.
Yeah, this one does. Yeah.
But the other.
So if you haven't seen the
pictures-
video, it's literally a 37-second video. So the background on this is that Zack Snyder is doing Batman Superman. He's been doing these like funny little like jokes on Twitter about Star Wars, and so J.J. Abrams in turn filmed a video of the Millennium Falcon and then zoomed up under it, and there's just a little miniature version of the Batmobile underneath the Millennium Falcon. So they're having fun with it, and we got to see the Millennium Falcon for the first time in 30 years. I mean, it's pretty awesome. All right. What are we at? I moved around.
Paranormal.
Oh, Paranormal Activity 5.
Still haven't
Come on,
seen
Jeff.
one.
Get excited. Woo! We need to get Jeff a mic.
Still haven't seen one.
Just a booming the voice of God. Paranormal Activity 5 is apparently happening, whether you wanted it to or not. If
made
you're me,
money.
you did not, because you haven't seen any since number 1.
Yes. No, I haven't even seen the first one.
You haven't even seen the first one? No. Yeah, March. I'm sorry, October 25th, 2015. No, I'm sorry. It's now being changed to March 13th, 2015, which is the Friday the 13th weekend. Oh my gosh, amazing. Sorry.
So what's different from all the
Variety
others?
says it sounds like this haunted house tale is being treated like a spin-off instead of a direct sequel. Spin-off!
It's another spin-off?
I don't know.
Didn't they
No, it
have that
can't
one
be.
with like the?
Yeah, the marked ones.
This one's
Yeah.
called Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension.
Yeah, if anyone saw the last one, you could probably realize why.
Okay, great. I'm not spending any more time on this.
Nope.
Speaking of that Batmobile, we had our official leak, or not leak. We had a leak, which was a top-down view, and it looked
Right.
horrible. I think we're not
Yeah,
showing
it was.
the.
I was like,
I
what
showed
is that?
Celsa, and I'm like, look at this. She's like, ew.
Yeah.
And then Zack Snyder got pissed off and released his full res high
Which
fidelity
was
version
beautiful.
of it. But it has a Gatling gun on the
Guns,
front. Can we talk about
right?
the
Yeah.
Gatling gun on the front? This sparked a lot of controversy online. Actually, there was a whole post on The Verge. Some guy did it about the Gatling gun being on the front of the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Saying that Batman does not kill people. Why does he need a freaking tank gun on the front
Right,
of his
he
car?
needs it to blow up other
Yeah,
shit, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean it looks badass.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. What do you think?
Putting it, no, I don't like it.
You don't like
like
it?
No, I don't.
I
It just looks
kinda
weird.
Like it. You prefer the Tumbler?
No, I don't prefer the Tumblr at all.
You like OG?
Yeah. I like
do
the
you
original Batman.
do you like Batman and Batman Returns Batmobile?
I like Tim Burton's Batmobile.
Right, that Batmobile.
Yeah.
Right, with the big cylinder
Yeah.
in the front, the
Yeah.
turbine.
Yeah, it was super sick.
You don't like the Batman and Robin one where it's got the huge light up glow wings in the back? He's like going to a street race with that thing. Or what? You don't like that?
No, that's gonna be in the next Fast and the Furious movie.
Fast and Furious 8, Batman Returns. I like it. I think it looks kind of cool. All right, moving on. And so that's all our movie news. Let's get into the spoiler alerts. We're not going to talk about it too much, but we'll put it up on the show notes if you guys want to. I'll touch on it a little bit because I know there's people that freak out about this stuff. But the Avengers Age of Ultron, the official plot has completely leaked. The synopsis is out there. If you want to read it, I'll put it in the show notes. Basically, do you want me to do a little bit of it?
It's not a.
I'll read the beginning. When Tony Stark tries to jumpstart a dormant peacekeeping program, things go awry, and Earth's mightiest heroes, including Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Incredible Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, put to the ultimate test as the fate of the planet hangs in the balance. As the villainous Ultron emerges, it's up to the Avengers to stop him from enacting his terrible plans, and soon uneasy alliances and unexpected action pave the way for an epic and unique global adventure.
Epic. That's all I know.
Epic.
It's not much.
It's not much.
Yeah, it doesn't really spoil anything. It's
Peacekeeping
just
program
lots of
is
stuff.
well. I mean, we've heard about before that Stark tries to create an army of Ultrons to do the Avengers work because they
Right.
can't be everywhere all at once, and it goes bad. Still don't like the fact that they're changing that from the fact that it was Hank Pym that created Ultron, but okay. And then they're making an Ant-Man movie. All right, moving on. TV and streaming news. So we got some casting news this week. Scott Glenn is going to be in the Daredevil series. He's going to be training Matt Murdock. Yay. Do you know who Scott Glenn is?
No, I've been seeing a few of his movies that are listed in.
Train Day,
but yeah.
Silence of the Lambs, Backdraft,
Yeah,
on
which
Red
are-
October. Good movies.
Yeah.
I think he's a character actor. That's what he does in all those movies.
Okay.
So that's a deep cut for some geeks. I don't know.
Cool.
Duncan Jones. He could direct the Preacher sequel. I think you were excited about this one, weren't you, Gio, when we first talked about they're making a Preacher
No,
adaptation?
It
or no?
was Raychul.
Oh, Rachel, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's Seth Rogen and
Mhm.
Evan Goldberg.
Yeah.
I've never read it, but I think I was planning on getting this one before the one comes out because it looks like an interesting graphic novel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Duncan Jones, do you know what he's done?
Yeah, he's Yeah, he's done quite a few movies actually.
Oh, I mean, he's only working on just this little project. If you don't.
Yeah, he did
Do
Moon,
you know what he's currently
Source
working on?
Code, and he's working on
Warcraft. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for you to get
Yeah.
to it. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna be he could be directing the preacher adaptation. Nick Frost joining the Doctor Who Christmas special.
I heard of that.
Yes. Nick Frost, who you obviously know, has worked with Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright, Shaun of the Dead, World's End, Hot Fuzz. I love all those movies, by the way. Have them all.
Wilson, so good.
So good, yeah. He's going to be on the Doctor Who Christmas special, and I guess. Oh, and they tweet a picture of his chair on the set. Exciting.
Forgot
Doctor Who fans, yay.
I forgot Duncan Jones actually is his father is David Bowie.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I forgot about that. And
That's not small news at all. That's
No.
huge.
Yeah.
Wow. All these damn Hollywood people with silver spoons in their mouths. Sorry. All right, let's talk about some production news. So the Xbox Series, the one that was going to be on Xbox One exclusively until Xbox Studios shut down all of a sudden due to certain reasons that we won't get into here. It got picked up. It got picked up by AMC. It's called Humans. We have a picture here. It looks like some just generic-looking, plasticky humanoid
babies.
peoples. It's an English language adaptation of Sveriges television and Matador Films series Real Humans. So, story set in a parallel present where the latest must-have gadget for any business is a synth, a highly developed robotic servant eerily similar to its live counterpart. In hope of transforming the way they live, one strange suburban family purchases a refurbished synth only to discover that sharing life with a machine has far-reaching and chilling consequences.
That sounds scary.
Sounds good.
That sounds all right.
Sounds
Give me
good.
nightmares.
And we still haven't heard about the Halo series that Steven Spielberg's doing. That was supposed to be for the Xbox network, and like every other Halo project, it's just being left in limbo, but we'll move on. Supergirl TV, remember we talked about that? The Supergirl TV series?
Yep.
It's on. It got picked up by CBS, so now we have Fox, CW, and CBS all has a DC show. The only one missing is NBC.
NBC.
We won't talk about ABC because ABC's Marvel. They wouldn't give that a shot. But what do you think? Supergirl.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean,
Yay.
everybody
Sorry.
wants to jump
Trying
on
to
the
get you
train.
excited about this,
yeah,
right?
everyone wants to jump on the train. So,
Yeah.
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 We'll see what happens. I mean,
It's being developed by the guy who did Arrow, Greg Berlanti. And Arrow's good, in my opinion.
right.
MHO.
But Flash, at least the first episode that I saw.
Yeah, I'm not
It's not.
too excited about Flash. I'm gonna give it a shot. Me and Jeff talked about this today on the way in. But
You
anytime
haven't
you
seen the first
introduce
episode, have
a charecter with super abilities that
Mhm.
need to be like translated to a big screen movie budget,
Mhm.
it doesn't work out well.
No.
A la Smallville.
It airs soon, right?
Yeah, Arrow comes out the first week of October, I think next week,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Flash is the night after.
Interesting.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I already saw the episode. So.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you didn't like it?
I did not like
Mm.
it whatsoever. No.
So we'll see what happens with Supergirl. Maybe the Teen Titans will get picked up by NBC. Let's skip down and talk about that since we're on that. Live action Teen Titans. It got a pilot order from TNT, not NBC. Spoiler. So it's just gonna be called Titans, and it's gonna revolve around the eponymous group of young superheroes to be from the DC universe. The action series centers around Dick Grayson, probably best known for his alter ego as Robin, who emerges from the shadow of Batman to become Nightwing, the leader of a fearless band of new superheroes including Starfire, Raven, and many others.
Yay.
So we have the main characters of Nightwing, Starfire, and Raven, and obviously some other characters might be thrown in there. TNT, what do you think, Gio? Do they have anything that's even close to this kind of... Do you think they can do a superhero show?
Yeah, dude, the cartoon was amazing.
The
dude.
cartoon, yes,
Yeah,
I know.
same thing.
This is live action, though. It's a different beast. We all know many things translate better into animation than they do into live action.
I don't know. I'd watch it.
Well, I mean, we'll watch it,
Yeah.
but...
It's just, I mean, it goes back to the whole.
Is Tara Strong going to be Raven?
No.
Tara Strong and Greg Seth were tweeting about that, saying like they're upset the fact that they weren't even considered for a lot of things coming out recently, because it's not just going to be this live action series, it's also going to be another animated series that's going to come out.
So the cast of the current series is not even
They're
being
kind of
considered.
offended that nobody
They're
even
offended.
asked them.
My sources tell me.
in the bag. Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's so many superhero stuff coming out.
Yeah, I mean everybody's jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah. So
I haven't-
much.
Scared for the casting though.
Let me ask you this before we move on, because I had this conversation with a friend the other day when we were talking about it. It seems like, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, that we're being saturated with superhero stuff now at this point.
Yeah.
And it used to, and this was his point. He said he's just getting bored and he doesn't like anything anymore, because it used to be that where it was an event. Like when we were younger, like we didn't have these movies,
Right.
and so it was an event when you heard about there's an Iron Man movie coming out,
Right.
and it was amazing, and you'd have to wait 2 more years to see something like that, and
Right.
it was a pent up build up thing. Now it's like 3 a year, and it's like rapid fire, and we have TV shows and we have everything going on around
mean,
it. Does it dilute the product?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, of course. I mean, this comes back to like also genres. Like the zombie genre is dying out.
I know.
It's like so much zombie.
Just like what they did with vampires.
Yeah.
It's nobody
Vampires
wants
are always lame,
except
though.
Vampire Diaries,
Yeah,
I guess.
True Blood ended. you
True
know.
Blood ended.
Yeah, it's ending. So
Nobody likes Anna Paquin. I
Yeah.
don't care what anyone says.
right now, Dragons is taking its stride, and I think we're seeing it with Game of Thrones. You know,
How to
and
Train
then
Your
Hobbit,
Dragon.
How to
Yeah.
Train Your Dragon,
Yeah.
and then you're getting this animated movie from Disney.
Dragon
coming
Age is
out.
having another big,
Yeah.
comeback in the video game world.
Yeah, so there's these spurts of different things, and it's just gonna.
I tend to
superhero.
agree and disagree. I mean, as one of the biggest nerds in Geek you'll meet, I love the fact that we're getting all this stuff from my childhood that probably could have never been realized, and I get
Mhm.
to enjoy it now as an adult. But it does kind of cheapen the product, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
What happens when it's over?
Yeah, what
Or are
happens
they
when
gonna
it's
keep, like,
over, or
remaking
like
it, or-
it used to
No.
be like, well, for me anyways, and I still go to the midnight shows. Celsa goes to most
Yeah.
of them with us, and you.
Yeah.
It used to be an event like, hey, we're
Right.
gonna go do the midnight show 6 months from now for this huge movie coming out,
Right.
and it's like you plan around it and you make this big thing. And it used to be midnight, not 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
Right.
5 o'clock in the evening now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
But
It
it-
loses some of that mystique, that aura for me.
It won't end because I mean, look at a series like Paranormal Activity. It brings in money, and that's majority of.
Well,
what-
the better way to look at it, and there was an article that was going around the cycles around this, is Transformers.
Yeah.
It's the shittiest shit you'll ever see.
Yeah.
But it keeps making $400 million.
Mhm.
Because, I'm sorry, people are idiots. I'm
They
sorry.
like action. They like to see explosions.
And the worldwide audience now is overtaking the U.S. audience. The Transformers did better overseas than it did here.
well, not just that.
So
but
now they're going to start making. They're saying, I guarantee they're going to see that and say, this is what the worldwide audience wants. We're going to keep putting out mindless shit that explodes.
also, like, there's also when it comes down to it, also products for it. The product line for those things.
Oh
are
yeah, the
ridiculous.
Hasbro toys,
Yeah, Hasbro toys.
the spin-off TV
Legos.
series. There's how many Transformers cartoons, CGI or not, have we seen since the original Michael Bay one came out?
And then also, I mean, that's why they're making another Turtles movie.
Of course, they're making
Yeah,
another Turtles
and
movie.
there-
I
so
refuse to
many
watch that,
toys
by the
sold.
way.
You still haven't seen it? Just go
It's-
see it.
No.
It's bad.
Just go see it though.
No.
But that way you can have some background on
Yeah.
like why it's bad. Let me just say this. I think we talked
it
about
comes
this
out on
before, right?
DVD.
The turtle Netflix.
Netflix.
Next year.
In a month.
Oh yeah. The turtles were good though, right? I liked the turtles in the movie as them. Everything else that was around them was shit.
You mean Megan Fox wasn't great?
Yeah, well, she was amazing. She's like gonna win an Academy Award for Best Actress, obviously.
I don't know. I personally didn't like the Turtles because they weren't my Turtles.
I like Michelangelo. She was funny.
He was.
Comic relief.
Yeah.
But like,
That scene where they're playing the drums in the elevator, making their own elevator music.
That was
Come
cool.
on.
That was pretty.
That's
that
a
was, That was
throwback.
funny. But like everything else, it just wasn't. It wasn't
No, I don't like they beat Shredder playing a stupid game of Buck Buck. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I don't like that.
No, it just
Spoiler.
wasn't. It didn't do it for me.
All right, so I'm sorry, that was just a little tangent, but
Yeah.
we'll get back to it. All right, finishing up the news here. Killer Croc, he's could be, will be, should be introduced in the live-action Gotham series that just premiered last night.
As long as they don't make him look like a Goomba, I'll be okay with that.
Well, Killer Croc started out as just a thug, right?
Yeah.
That had genetically modified skin, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they'll just go that route to start out with. That doesn't require too much of a budget. That's
No.
just makeup. I think that'd be cool. Killer Croc's one of the more interesting villains that Batman ever fights.
Yeah.
Patrick Warburton, we talked about the Tick last week, the remake of it. Something just happened on my computer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it's supposed to be darker and edgier, is what Patrick Warburton's saying. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the first Tick, so seeing a remake of it's going to be pretty awesome. But let's see. He has a quote here, so I'll just read the quote. It says, "I'm really not at liberty to discuss anything in regards to the Tick right now. I will say it isn't ironic that Captain Liberty friend isn't at liberty. Are there discussions? I would say the things look very interesting and positive. I
Yeah.
love the Tick."
Yeah. Well, I'll take a darker Tick.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. I'd be down with it. Patrick Warburton. Anything Patrick Warburton is
It's
good.
hard to think a
dark
darker-
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, dark and grittier, and just the Tick's costume.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
But maybe it'll be like, did you see the movie? You saw the movie Superhero, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of dark, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, they could go that route. He's still wearing a stupid suit, but it was
Yeah.
kind of dark content.
Yeah.
And finally, The Walking Dead.
No.
We have two things. Well, this first one, I mean, it's if you've never read the comic, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes, it's super.
Well, we don't have to
spoilery.
talk about who it is. We
You're
just
right.
say the character's name, okay? Should we not say the character's name?
You mean
what do
the-
you want to go in? Do you want to
the-
go into this?
The villain's name?
Uh,
Are you talking about the villain's name?
Stop! Whoever's doing that, Alexia. Sorry.
is she a favorite of your tweets or something?
No, she's texting me.
You mean
Killer.
Negan? Yeah, I mean Negan. He's just the villain, but
Okay, that's
the
it.
picture.
Okay. Do you want to stop there?
Yeah,
Did you
just
put the
stop there.
picture up? Okay.
Okay, the picture is
so we're
very
okay.
spoilerish. Yeah. Avoid the picture.
Yeah, don't look at the picture. But that's kind of cool. I mean, from what I read about it, he seems like everybody says he's the most scariest villain there is in
Well,
the series.
that's just because that's the villain they're at right now.
Is that where they're at right now?
Yeah.
So they're gonna bring him in already then.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later. That could mean this season.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe that's the very last thing they show at the end of this season. Like
Yeah.
kind of like Terminus was the last thing they showed. At the
There's
end
a
of
lot
last
of setup. I feel like I really hope they don't do
season.
this.
I won't
but
talk about it. It's like
Never mind.
Terminus.
We'll just stop right now. 'cause
Sorry.
yeah. Let's not talk about Walking Dead. Celsa hasn't
Well,
seen it.
let's just say that
The last
there's
half season.
season 5 is gonna premiere on October 12th. Okay,
Okay,
Sunday,
there you go.
October 12th.
I have to catch up by then.
There you have then. Till then, there is a new still image out of Rick and
Daryl.
They're holding guns
Yep.
in a warehouse-looking thing. I guess that's all I'll
Facial
say
hair.
at this point because I can't talk about spoilers.
No.
Sorry.
But if you click on the link that we'll put in there later, then you'll see what exactly
a
the
new
synopsis
trailer.
is going to be.
No,
And there's a new
stop.
trailer.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so that's it we all have for news in the TV and movie world. Celsa, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're going to switch to video games
Yeah.
and bring in our resident video game guy,
Yeah.
John.
Switch to
So-
Eric's camera.
Bye.
See you later.
Hi, switch to me while we do the switch
Yeah.
over, and I'll just stare at the camera and vamp for a while.
Yeah. Well, we can start talking about the next thing. It's
What's
not-
the next thing?
What is the next?
Well, no, the next thing is the video game stuff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's why we're waiting.
Oh, okay.
You can just roll out. Oh.
There's a bunch of.
It's an awkward set we have here. We need more equipment. If anybody from
Yeah, donations.
the school is watching. Oh yeah, you said. Did you turn it off? You just left it on, huh? Oh, you did turn it off.
So
Good.
You gotta
See,
turn
you're
it back
good.
on.
There's no muting. Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, hold it.
Thanks, Elsa. Bye. Say goodbye. Say bye.
So this is cool that we're bringing in John. for the
Yeah,
video
I
game
think so.
section
Well, I
'cause,
kind of had the idea of it when
yeah.
I, you know,
since he does the
since he does the warp zone.
Zone.
Yeah,
Is it good?
it's The new and improved warp zone.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
All right.
we back?
Yeah, but let's
We're
get
good.
back
Is
to
he
it.
is he mic'd up? Good
Yeah.
sound check.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
All right. It's great for live TV, live video. All right, so moving on. So the video game news of the week, I put it at the top here. Did we give John it, or is he just gonna go off of yours?
I can just-
You
Okay.
can just look at mine.
Okay. So Hearthstone, the video game, or excuse me, the mobile card game, based on Warcraft. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling all over myself. Based on Warcraft, it's hit 20 million players worldwide. It's kind of a huge number for such a niche kind of game.
Yeah.
in my opinion. I wanted to play it, but I was waiting until it came to, like it says here in the article, for iOS later in the year, because that's where I really would play it. I don't feel like I'd play it on the on a computer. I don't know. It's a card game.
Yeah.
Have you played it, John?
I haven't played it. Not,
okay.
Card games, not really.
It's not my
Yeah.
thing either usually, but I used to play, gosh, what was that game back in the day? Not Pokemon.
I used to play Pokemon.
You used to play Pokemon?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I didn't used to play like they do with all the rules and stuff. I would be like, okay, I attack 20.
I make my own
Yeah,
rules.
I make my own rules. Yeah, you're
But I think it'd be cool just as a time waster. That's why I want to see it on a mobile device so I can play it on there. But hey, 20 million worldwide, that's great. Maybe they'll speed up the development of the Android and iOS versions. Yeah. Texas City approves creation of the National Video Game Museum.
arcades.
I'm kind of happy about this, and it gives me another reason to go to Texas.
Well, they
I don't
have,
really think I had a reason to go there before. It's too hot.
I think does
Republican.
This have anything to do with like GDC? GDC is hosted in Texas, and I think they have.
Oh, the
that.
Game Developers
Yeah.
Conference? Well, that'd be a reason to put it there. Wasn't there a talk before?
No, is it GDC? No, it's not GDC. It's the Screw Attack one.
Well,
Screw Attack Gaming.
Classic Gaming Expo,
Yeah,
right?
something like that.
That's
There's
what it says.
yeah.
1999, 7,000 square feet. So it's going to be a 1980s style arcade inside the museum. I'm excited. I think video games should finally get. I mean, they were put in. Where they put in the Smithsonian, right? Recently.
Yeah.
They have their own section now. The Smithsonian has games that will like live forever.
Right.
And on record. Yeah. So good. More video games getting better recognition.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Destiny. Have you played it yet, Gio?
No, I've only watched. Yeah.
I'm just voyeuristic when it comes to Destiny.
No, dude.
No?
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
haven't played. I've just watched.
I know
it.
John's
Yeah.
played it.
Just today, actually.
Just
today
today?
I got it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Have you already started playing it or no?
No.
Okay, so you're
So,
waiting to play it. So
yeah,
he's
waiting
saying
to play
hurry
it.
up so he can go play it.
But from what I've seen, yeah.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
So Activision says, let's say that because companies always try to pad their numbers. 325 million in the first 5 days. So pretty impressive.
Yeah.
There was an initial number of 500, but that was misreported. That was taken down quite fastly. It's on the par, if you want a number, that's on the par with most of the Call of Duty games. Yeah, the original article was that it shipped 500 million worth to retailers, not sold. So that was misreported. But 325, that's a solid number. And believe me, it's fun. It's a great time waster. You have to grind for a little bit. I've noticed. I'm at a level. I think I just reached. I'm almost at 20. I'm at like 18.
Is 20 the highest you can go, right?
Yeah. That's when you start to be able to do your super awesome customizations. Most people just stop and create a new character at that point and keep playing. Because you can just keep creating characters, which is cool.
Right.
But yeah, when you get to 20, you can do like really cool customizations. So, and you got to grind to get to that point. Like you can't just be going on the progressive missions. You got to go back to the old missions and like do all the little sub stuff, like all the mercenary missions, all the just little stupid
Bounties.
stuff, bounties. Yeah, it's got to grind. All right, Earth Defense Force makes the leap to PS4. Giant mechs, kaiju, and a solid frame rate. Did you guys ever play this?
Nope.
No?
No, I've never played.
Looks
it.
cool though, right? Did you guys see the screenshot
Yeah, I
of it?
did. That looks
Looks
super
nice,
sick.
yeah.
Looks like
Look at that
Godzilla.
kaiju.
Yeah.
A kaiju. Look at that, Jared. Jared's our resident kaiju lover. Kaiju. Okay. So anyway, that's coming to the PS4 very soon. I don't know when. It just says hasn't been decided. 2015. Okay.
This next one I'm excited for.
This next one you're excited for. All right, let's
Yeah.
talk about it then. The new Dragon Ball Z game. Dragon Ball Z.
There's so many.
It lets you create your own custom Super Saiyan. Are you
It's about time.
Super Saiyan excited about that?
It's about time.
Yeah.
I can finally create Mr. T Super Saiyan.
That's what you've been waiting for this whole
Yes,
time.
yes.
Well, you'll finally get your
Yeah,
chance.
I can create the many characters.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse coming to PlayStation 3 for Windows PC via Steam, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And the network test for the PS3 version is coming soon. They have no timetable on that.
I love character creation. It's kind of
Yeah, it's-
amazing and
yeah.
stuff because some people do some really creative stuff, and then other people you just kind of create something and it looks really dumb but hilarious. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the WWE.
Yeah, I
Oh,
used
yeah.
I love
games,
I used to
and
play them.
character creation
Up
on
until the
those.
last two, that I used to buy that game every year just for create a wrestler.
Yeah, and then like some people go all out. They create like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like Pac-Man. It's
Oh, yeah.
amazing. So I really
Oh, yeah.
hope it's something like that.
Yeah. I saw one day somebody created an Optimus Prime one year. It's like so good.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime was just slamming everybody in the ring.
It's fantastic.
All right, some more news. Microsoft has delayed. This is actually a big one. Microsoft delays Xbox launch in China. This is kind of big, seeing as Microsoft already is lagging in the console wars, the new console wars, and they've decided to delay it in China, which is one of the biggest markets in the world. Did you read about this at all, Gio or John?
Yeah, I slightly read about it. But I think
Okay.
John.
Is it going to be better than Japan's launch? Because I know that wasn't great at all.
I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't think any of the new consoles are just doing any good, to be honest.
PS4 is
Yeah.
doing fine, I thought, isn't it?
Is it by fine? Is yours? Do you
By
play it
fine, it's
often?
doing better.
I
than the
do.
Xbox.
I mean, but I'm a gamer. I guess for more casual people, maybe not.
I don't know.
I mean, I have a GameFly account and I buy games, so I mean, I'm
Yeah.
pretty much getting games all the time.
How often would you say you play your PS4 though?
At least once a day. When I get home
okay.
from work, I'll grind for an hour just to relax, and then.
Before Destiny?
No, that is Destiny
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about before Destiny. Destiny is all I've been playing for
Yeah.
the past 2 weeks. No, I would just I'd go on the GameFly queue, see what I haven't played yet, and get it.
Okay.
And also, if you're part of the PSN network, you get 2 free games a month. So
Right.
I'll just play those if I haven't played them. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They also we didn't talk about it last week, but they also launched PlayStation Now, which lets you rent games now virtually.
Yeah.
You get to play them for like a couple days for like $10. So it's
That's
kind of
cool.
cool. Yeah. So, anyways, and then it lets you have the option. It's kind of cool. If you like the game, you have the option of buying it at the price minus what you paid, and you don't
Right.
lose any of your data. It's really cool, actually.
Oh, wrap it up.
We're trying to wrap it up. Okay, we're just talking. We're having good times here, buddy. All right. All right, I guess we can. You want me to skip over this? It's like the biggest news of the week. All right, so Oculus, you know them from the Oculus Rift, the Oculus. What was the last one they just did before that? Well, anyway, the new one is called the Crescent Bay. It's their final version. It's like their beta 009, like right before the Gold Master Edition. Like they're ready for retail. This is
Right.
the one that's going to be retail.
That's cool. I've seen
It's
some
finally
cool-
got 360-degree motion tracking for the head.
Nice.
So I don't know if you've ever seen the Oculus or used it
Yes.
before, but you could only pretty much do this, and then
Yeah.
it would stop. Now you can go everywhere. So it's complete immersion into virtual reality.
Totally missed the opportunity to control the mechs from Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah,
At
they had that.
Comic-Con.
They had that.
the Oculus Rift
Dang.
be
Nice.
inside the
This
Jaeger.
this one also is a little bit thinner, more streamlined. Actually looks better on the face, and it comes with built-in audio now finally, so you don't have to like put third-party earphones on.
Right.
You just go right on.
That's
So they're saying this is the one that's pretty much going to be retail. They'll probably put some branding on it, obviously, when it hits retail. Maybe some colors or something, so you don't look like a goofball.
Right.
I'm actually more excited about the Sony one. The Sony one looks cooler to me. I don't know. I don't know
We'll
if you've
see.
seen the Sony one. So we'll really quick hit the release dates. John, did you probably talk about some of these on yesterday's show? Or no?
I think so.
Did we not
No.
hit any of these?
Not
Okay.
any of these ones.
All right, so Final Fantasy Type O coming March 2015, and there's going to be a Final Fantasy 15 demo along with it. So Final Fantasy 15 was, I think, revealed at E3 this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Type O, it's going to be for PSP and the HD console remaster, and then it's going to ship with the Final Fantasy 15 demo.
Yeah, I've
So-
never been a fan of Final
Not a big
Fantasy.
fan? Nobody's been
Yeah.
a big fan of that? All right, that's
No.
fine. I played them originally back when they were like on the original PlayStation and stuff like that because there wasn't a lot of games back then for those. But anyways, Bloodborne, one of the cooler games shown at E3 this year. It's going to be, finally has a release date coming to PlayStation 4 in North
February
America,
6th.
February 6, 2015.
Nice.
Did you see you guys saw the trailers
Yeah.
for this, footage and
Looks
everything?
sick. Yeah.
That's pretty much my reason to buy a PS4.
That's your reason is Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Bloodborne looks sick.
It
I'm
looks
not going to lie. It's going to make its debut in Japan one day before. I guess that's not really anything, but I'm super excited. So February 6th, mark your calendars. Metal Gear Solid 5, the game that I bought the PlayStation 4 for, finally has a release date. Kojima says coming 2015. Thank you. Did you put this? Did you put? Oh God, that's
Is that the one we
that's
got?
a misogynistic picture. I'm sorry. It literally cuts it off at the boobs right there. That's so bad.
God.
He just got Snake looking at her like, yeah.
That's great.
I'm sorry.
That's a great picture.
Great picture. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, coming in 2015. We all thought it'd be out this year, but I guess not. They released the
Crappy
demo
version.
Yeah, it's not the demo. What was it called?
Ground
Zeroes.
Zeroes,
I just want to ride a horse with Snake.
More
okay?
Final
Just
Fantasy
wanna do it.
trilogy.
And then the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy is coming to PC. Hits October 9th, so all you PC gamer fans who've been waiting to play that for, I don't know, however long, you can finally do it on October 9th. And the Xbox One controller is being made for your PC.
Wasn't it already?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
was
I'm pretty
it?
sure you can get an Xbox One controller and hook it up to the PC. So I'm not sure what is happening.
Could you, though? I don't think you could. I think you could do it through some third-party, like, janky software, maybe, but this one's going to officially be supported by it. That usually is a lot, because that means no latency when it's officially supported.
Well, reading the first line from Polygon here, it says the gamepad itself appears to be
Identical, right, to the existing
Yeah.
Xbox One controller.
Yeah, and the difference that it will come with a micro
USB cable, right.
So
It's just the cable.
it's just the cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Could you hook up wirelessly before?
Yeah, Microsoft released Windows PC drivers for the Xbox One
Oh.
controller in June.
So are they going to bundle this? Maybe are they doing this as like a bundle with maybe
Yeah.
a tablet? Watch. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It shows the promo from the press kit shows the guy playing it on his. God, who does that? He's playing it on his tablet, which is hooked to a TV.
No one does.
Does anybody do that? I
No.
feel like that's a non-existent market.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my iPad, put it right here, hook it up to my TV, play some video games.
Yeah.
No. So I feel like that's good. It's gonna be the
Yeah.
marketing piece. Hey, buy your window. What do they call it? The Slate? Is it the Slate?
No.
Slate 3? What's the Windows tablet called? Windows Surface.
Surface.
Windows Surface Pro 3, and you get a free Microsoft Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Watch, that's going to be the marketing ploy with it. Stupid. All right. Any picks, Gio, before we wrap up? Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. Yeah, Rachel's not here. I'll put it in the show notes. There's not really much to talk about it, but somebody made an anime version of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is kind of cool. So in the show notes, check it out. Any movies, TV, or games this week, Gio? Any plans?
Let's see. I watched the Daywatch series, which is pretty awesome. So
Daywatch?
check out that. Yeah, it's a Russian film, foreign film.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. And then
All right.
for game, I've been playing a lot of the Smash Brothers 3DS demo, which is amazing.
Oh,
Which
really?
is having 4 to 5 characters. Yeah.
So
I'm really looking
when is that
forward.
coming out
October
officially?
3rd.
Okay.
It's for the 3DS version.
All right.
'cause there's two
Good.
versions.
Cool.
Good. I would say Maze Runner for mine. I know some people didn't like it, but if you haven't seen Maze Runner, go check it out. Just at least to see it. I'm a sucker for anything dystopian, and it's a dystopian type movie. And there's it's not one but 2 twists at the end of the movie, so it's kind of like whoa. So it gets you rapid fire there at the end. And TV show. I mean, I could recommend Gotham, but I haven't seen it yet. I probably will recommend it next week because I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. And I think that's all that's new that came out this week, though. Anyways, right?
Yeah.
New Girl. I like New Girl, but that's not really what we talk about. It's more in the pop culture and stuff. And video game, I'm still playing Destiny. Haven't had time to play anything else. So, John, you got any recommendations? Anything you're playing besides Destiny or watching or anything like that?
I actually finally got around to playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Oh,
So I got the HD collection.
Okay.
So I could play it on my PS3.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching the new Doctor Who season.
Okay.
So.
Do you recommend it? Is it good?
Oh yeah, it's been good.
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. Yeah,
good?
he's doing good.
Don't
Yeah.
spoil it for me. I haven't
He's
seen the
doing
last
good.
episode. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Well, I read an article. I don't watch it, but I think the last one I read was like something about robot Robin Hood or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Robots in Sherwood
That was the one
Forest.
before that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, this is Doctor Who at its core, I guess.
Pretty much.
So that's cool. All right, cool. Well, that's it for us this week on This Week in Geek, guys. It's been Twig for the week of September 22nd, 2015. If you need to get in touch with any of us, our former guest Celsa, she's at Celsa, CELSAAHH. I'm at Erik D. Lucas on Twitter, traditional spelling with a K instead of a C. And yeah, I don't think you have a Twitter yet.
No,
No.
I should create one.
You-
I have one, but I just never plugged it.
You can reach him at Jhovani@cycron.com
Yeah.
if you want to send him some hate mail or love mail. I mean, we're
Yeah.
whatever, or just I don't know.
Don't do that.
He's on our he's on the Warp Zone. He just took over. That just put up yesterday. There's a brand new episode up, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check that out. Great, quick little if you want your week's news on video game news and some opinions and some other cool stuff he does in a quick. I think he does like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Really rapid fire. Really
Yeah.
nice way to catch up on your week in video game news.
Mhm.
And that's it. Oh, and we do this Week in Geek every week, every
Yeah.
Tuesday, 3 p.m. approximately when we get started on time.
Yeah.
Pacific Standard Time, right here live from Cypress College in the journalism newsroom. That's it. Anything else you guys want to promote or talk about? Or anything else coming up? Any events? We're going to Kamikaze at the end of October.
Yeah.
That's in a month.
I'll probably
So
be there on Saturday.
we got all 3 days. Did you get the
I
press
didn't do the
pass?
press
All right.
pass.
Well, most of us got the press pass. We'll be there all 3 days if you see us stop by. We'll talk about more about that as we're coming up.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Nobody else? Nothing else? That's it? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. This will be available on YouTube immediately after. I'm going to put it right now. I'm going to throw up an audio, chop it up a little bit, available for a podcast form, and we'll put some little quick bits in if you just want to catch up on some of the other fun stuff we talked about. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great geeky week. See you next week. Bye, guys. And I commented, like, yeah, it's because they haven't written you a check yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. So I think it's going to be amazing. You both saw it, right? They were at last
Days of
X-Men.
Future Past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
that was
you stayed till the
great.
end.
Yeah.
I saw the little
The
stinger.
apocalypse.
And the Four Horsemen.
Apocalypse, yeah, and the 4 Horsemen. Who are the 4 Horsemen? I don't think I've been seeing a reference to that.
At one point, I think one of them's like Wolverine. There's like different.
What?
Mutants. Yeah, there's different mutants that are like the apocalypse.
Well, obviously not in that scene though. Then.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
that. No, I don't think so. But
They're
I
like
think,
villains.
Yeah, I think what happens is like it's sort of like Back to the Future where they did something, so they changed the past, and that when they go back to the future, it changes stuff from the past. So I think that's kind of
So
what's
with the
happening.
Days of Future passing, they changed.
Yeah,
stuff
they
and now-
changed some stuff around. I think that's what's happening.
Is this gonna be Hugh Jackman's last movie as Wolverine? It is, right?
Could be.
They're
think
not
so.
bringing back Halle Berry in any of them, right?
No, hell.
Because they're too.
No, well, I don't know. I mean, they're not dead now, technically.
Yeah.
None
But
of
they're supposed to be
spoiler. None
younger.
none of the movies you've seen before this have happened at this point. Just
Yeah.
so you know.
That's how they erased all.
That's how they did it.
reminiscence of them. Yeah.
Goodbye, horrible X-Men 3. Never have to think of you
Hey.
again.
Last Stand.
Wasn't that bad.
You like The Last
I
Stand?
liked
Oh
Yeah.
no.
It's not my favorite, but I liked it.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right.
All right. Disney is remaking Pete's Dragon, so
That's
for a
cool.
new generation of stoners can get high and have fun. So they've cast. They have.
There's a big dragon.
They have Pete.
Is
What?
it going to be
They-
animated and live as well, or?
They might go CG route. I think.
It says they're. It's. I don't know. They're
Like-
classic live action man hybrid film.
Yeah.
Pete's Dragon.
Hmm.
It's cool because like there's a big dragon.
Oaks
happening right
Fegley will play Pete.
Who's that?
And Una Lawrence. 2 people with O's for first names, I just point out. That's strange. Oaks and Una. Dynamic duo.
now. Yeah.
All right. So, yay for Pete's Dragon. All right, moving on.
Shot from the movie, right?
It's a teaser art. It is
So
a
they're
Christmas
doing
movie.
live action.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think.
Like it's
I
going to be the
like it.
cat's voice, kind of
Yeah.
in the head. You can hear Aubrey Plaza's voice.
Oh, can.
Megan Carpentier is going to be the 12-year-old girl.
I'll
Oh,
pass.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I'm pretty sure it's a made-for-TV movie.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
It's called Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. If you want to know the official title, so you can mark it on your calendar later.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Tom Hiddleston. Skull Island is officially apparently happening, and Tom Hiddleston is going to star in it.
Well, Skull Island was happening when they announced it.
I guess, yeah.
Comic-Con. They showed the teaser.
Oh, did they? I
Yeah.
don't think I was at that panel.
Yeah, they showed the teaser at Comic-Con.
What was the teaser? Well, what was it?
So basically, it's a sort of like a helicopter shot of the ocean, and you're kind of scanning through the ocean and the waves, and this huge thunderstorm happening, and then an island. You see an island,
Right.
And
familiar island.
Yeah, and everyone, I personally thought it was Jurassic Park, and I was
It
super
was the same
hyped.
studio?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Legendary Pictures. It was Legendary
We'll get to
Pictures.
Jurassic Park later. We have some stuff.
Yeah,
on it.
and so then they start showing the island, and then all of a sudden it goes further and out, and it has the skull, and then Skull Island comes up.
Was there ever a sequel to King Kong, the original? Because I know that Peter Jackson's remake was based on the original King Kong.
Right. But are you saying...
So is this all new source material? Is this just all new writing?
I think they're doing an origin story.
So it's it's not
Yeah,
based
so
on anything,
no,
right?
it's not based
Oh,
on
origin
that.
story for King Kong?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's before all the events of
Yeah.
King Kong. Okay.
Yes. I think
So
they're
we won't
doing
see
an
Jack Black.
No Jack Black, no movie producers.
Okay.
I think it'll all take place in the jungle.
I think I'm one of the few people that actually like that King Kong.
I
own
liked
that movie.
it.
Peter
I
Jackson's
never-
King
Yeah.
Kong. Oh, dude,
Did
that
you
was
like it?
amazing.
Good.
Yes.
There was
I
a lot of
loved it.
there was a lot of retraction. There wasn't a lot of people that liked it. I said it was too like Jurassic Parky or whatever, which is great.
And
in my
that's a
opinion.
bad
I know,
thing?
I know.
Yeah.
I loved all the monsters, all the
Yeah.
bugs. That was like that really creepy scene with the
Yes.
bugs eating the guy. I'm like, dude.
That movie.
Coming up on This Week in Geek, where you talk about all sorts of the week's geeky news, of course, which includes Ed Helms' Vacation, who's coming back, Chevy Chase, of course. There's a Godzilla sequel. Who's writing it? We'll talk about it. Matt Damon coming back as Jason Bourne. Exciting news. Guardians of the Galaxy gets an anime version, kind of. And some video game news, some TV news, much more. Why don't you join us in the geekiness that is This Week in Geek. Hello and welcome to This Week in Geek for the week of September 22nd, 2014. I'm your host, Erik Lucas, joined today by my always here host, Jhovani Estrada, also broadcast manager of Cycron.com
I
and the
never
Cycron
leave.
Media Channel. You're always here. You just sleep behind the green screen.
Yeah, I never
There's
leave.
a little bed back there for you.
Yeah.
And sitting in today for Raychul, she's got the day off. We have in residential Geek aficionado and Harry Potter fanatic, Celsa Maldonado. Thanks for joining us today, Celsa. All right, so if you don't know the format of the show, this is what we do. We run down the week's news and we kind of give our little comments about it. We invite you to hit us up on Twitter as we're doing this if you want, or even after the show, and talk about it with us and throw some suggestions. And this show will be up probably about immediately after. We usually, I think this is a new thing. We're going to put up just the unedited format right after, and then we're going to chop it up a little bit and put some of our best moments on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
All right. And starting this week, it'll be available for audio podcasts for all you lazy people that like to listen while you're going to work or something. All right. So let's start out at the top. We got some casting news in the movie realm. Ed Helms is doing Vacation. We talked about that,
Yes,
I think, a
last
couple weeks
episode.
ago.
Yeah.
We were
Well,
off last week, by the
mhm.
way, programming note. We're back this
Yeah.
week. And surprise, Chevy Chase is back. Did you call that?
No,
No?
but it was bound to happen. I mean, what else is he?
The Suicide Squad movie. Excited? It's gonna be it may be directed by David Ayer.
Suicide Squad.
You ever heard of the Suicide Squad?
No, I've
Mainly
not.
Harley Quinn is the biggest character in that.
Oh, okay.
There's
That's
also characters
exciting.
that fade in and out, but it's mainly Deadshot and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like they want to.
He did End of Watch. If you ever saw that?
Never seen that movie.
I never saw it either, to be honest. I didn't want to see it.
It seems like they're trying to do what
Trying to do
Sinister Six is to Marvel.
You mean Sony?
Or to Sony.
Forget Marvel.
actually,
I don't
yeah.
think they want it.
Or to Sony at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of got excited on Arrow. I think we talked about this last season when they teased Harley Quinn in the show, and it was Ceci, our girl Ceci, her favorite actress Tara Strong
She
voiced her for that
Oh.
for that like 3-second
Oh,
cameo.
wow. Interesting.
So yeah, they're going into like the place where they hold all the the villains and everything, and Wallace is assembling the Suicide Squad at that
Right.
point for Arrow to go across and to Europe and get these bad guys or whatever they're doing. I don't remember the exact plot line. And so she pulls like Deadshot and these other two people, the guy
Right.
with the claw, and then they pass by the cell and he's like, "What about that guy?" Or "What about her?" And she says something like, "Yeah, I don't know. I think it was like, you don't want me pudding or something like that. I'm
That's
crazy or
fine.
something like that." But it was Tara
Pretty good.
Strong, and they just showed the back of her head, kind of
Nice.
thing. I wish they
That's
would have
cool.
brought her on. She could do a Harley Quinn, a live action Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she can. And she's probably got the
She has the voice. She
Yeah.
definitely has the voice. Yeah. So maybe she'll get a shot at this movie. Who knows? We'll see. She has the looks too. Yes. Okay. Grumpy Cat, the movie,
Nah.
happening,
I don't know
coming
how
to
I
a
feel
screen
about
near
that.
you, and being voiced by Parks and Rec star Aubrey Plaza.
And
Only
yeah.
the only good part about that. Like
I
I'll
like
be able
Aubrey
to picture
Plaza.
her face when she's talking.
So we have a picture we're showing, I think, right now of Aubrey Plaza. If you don't know who she is, who are you? And a girl holding Grumpy Cat.
I think I'll watch it.
But that's not a screen. Doing.
He was doing
Community.
Community,
Yeah,
yeah,
he was doing Community, and then they fired him.
Yeah.
And then so you know,
that
he's
was,
got.
that was kind of sad.
Yeah, he was a really good character too.
Also starring in this, Christina Applegate, Chris Hemsworth, Charlie Day. So seems like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I hope so. It's got a great cast.
It does have a great cast.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be strange. Did anybody read ahead and see what he's actually? I mean, he's obviously Clark Griswold, but like, how's he in relationship to this other family?
And I'm not sure.
Oh, and Beverly D'Angelo's coming back too as his wife. That's nice. Continuity.
Oh man, it says shooting has begun already.
Shooting has begun,
Yeah,
so probably next summer it'll be out.
yeah.
Mm.
That's cool. That's exciting. Not
Uh,
that anyone wanted it, but you know.
nobody was asking
Yeah.
for it. I think Ed Helms was bored, and he called up all these other bored actors.
Tired
and
of
said,
the
"Let's go do something."
Hangover?
Yeah, well, or The Office, or
Well,
what else
The
does he
Office
do
got
nowadays?
canceled.
That's it, right?
Uh,
Can't go back to The Daily Show.
Yeah.
All right, any of you guys Power Ranger fans back in the day?
Yes.
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 Okay, well, Robert Orci has dropped out as executive producer of the new Power Rangers movie that's being developed by Lionsgate. Not because anything's wrong, but because Star Trek 3 is coming up, and he needs to devote his time to that. So, any thoughts?
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm I'm still a fan. I mean, Robert Orci's all right.
Orci, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Orci.
What has he done?
Orci.
Give us some
Yeah, he's done. He did a lot of X-Men movies. Give me 1 second.
X-Men movies?
Yeah, he did. He produced a lot of them.
Oh, he produced all those?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he did Amazing Spider-Man. He did some of the Star ones.
Mhm.
I think he produced Fringe too. And,
I didn't like Fringe.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
I don't
it's
know.
not a big
I think I'm
loss.
the only one.
It's not a big loss, so I'm okay.
All right. Staying in the superhero realm, Bryan Singer is officially directing X-Men, as if we didn't know that was going to happen before.
Super
It
excited
made
about
tons of
that.
money, so
Yeah. I think, was it a couple weeks ago, there was that like rumor that he's like, oh, I'm not officially directing. And